Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to Your Stocks. I'm Samira Abdi and with me is Nigel D'Souza. Well, for the market, it's looking quite terrible actually. So the Nifty is at 77.90 at the moment. It's completely flattened out. So we're off highs for sure. Even the Sensex is at that 25,600 odd mark. And things not looking good at all. It's only the mid-cap index where there's some bit of respite to be had, but barring that, it looks like it's going to be red for sure. Nigel.
Yes, Sumar, I'm telling you, you're talking about the mid-cap index. Just take a look at a few stocks, the way they've been moving in the last 1 hour. Pull up something like a Praj Industries. That stock has spiked up, so that one should be up for you on the screen. Natco Pharma as well is doing quite well. So plenty of mid-cap action is what we're seeing. The broader market's definitely buzzing. Pull up Natco Pharma. That's moved from the high point of the day. Escorts as well has done a bit of recovery, so that's sitting with a gain if you just take a look at it in the last half hour. Royal Escorts and HCC, they as well complete the list. So just pull up HCC as well. That stock should be up for you. And Crompton Greaves from the frontliners, that stock was more or less flattish at around 1 p.m. approximately. But that one as well has suddenly gained some strength. Take a look at HCC. Big spike is what we're seeing. Crompton Greaves as well should be up for you on the screen. Plenty of action in the mid-cap space, but you all must be having a lot of queries, so we're going to address all of them. Today we have Mayuresh Joshi who joins us to answer all your queries, and we have Simi Baumik as well who joins us to give us some technical strategies. Thanks so much, Mayuresh, as well as Simi, for joining in this afternoon. Let's get straight to our first caller. We have Yogesh who calls us from New Delhi. He has investments in Wokat. Hi Yogesh, good afternoon. How can we help you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I purchased 100 shares of Wokat.
Okay.
It was for some time, 1 month. And what to do now?
All right. You know, Yogesh, the stock has been moving all over the place. So you're sitting on a bit of a loss, but just want to ask you, you're a long-term investor, I'm hoping.
Sorry?
You're a long-term investor.
No, I'm not a long-term investor, but I purchased it for 1 month, but now it is day by day it is going down.
That's right. But could you extend your time horizon, because giving you an outlook?
Yeah, definitely I can.
All right, because giving you an outlook for just 1 month would be very, very difficult. So at least if you have a longer time horizon, then we have experts who are in-house and they can help you out.
Okay.
Okay, let's go across to Mayuresh first. Mayuresh, fundamentally, your Wokat, in fact, has been having a lot of speculative news, if I would like to call it that. What's your take? You're sitting on a bit of a loss of around 10,000 rupees odd. Hang on, or in fact, do you think you should book out now?
After Nigel, clearly I think, as a disclaimer, I think we don't cover the stock, but clearly the FDA concerns and the kind of speculative news action that surrounds the stock keeps the stock price very, very volatile. So in my opinion, probably he has to see how the results probably will come out in the quarter to come. The results have been showing an improving trend over the past couple of quarters. But again, I think the resolution of the FDA concerns is going to be a key re-rating for the stock. Alternatively, I think within the space itself, what I can probably suggest to the investor on declines is a stock like Ipca Labs. Again, I think there have been FDA concerns on all three of their plants, but clearly I think if you look at how the numbers are panning out and expectations of numbers improving more or less to do with institution sales and the HCQ supplies improving in the coming few quarters, the second half of this fiscal and the first half of the next fiscal should be increasingly better for a company like Ipca. And again, clearly I think what we're probably expecting is profits to come around 350 odd crores by FY17. So clearly both from a valuation standpoint and earning standpoint, I think a lot of concerns is probably just stated into the stock price. So something like an Ipca Labs, if the investor can probably look at declines, he can then probably hold on to the stock for a year. I think we're having a target 900 over the next 12 months.
Okay, Yogesh, that's the advice that's coming in for you. Our expert recommends that you move to Ipca Labs, where the target that he's looking at is 900 rupees. Up next, Sudarshan Vankade is on the line with us. He calls in from Pune with a query on PFC. Hi Sudarshan, how can we help you?
Hi all of you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I hold a PFC around 2000 quantity at 204 rupees 85 paise.
Okay.
So just should I exit at the current level or should I hold it?
How long have you been holding this, and what kind of a time horizon do you have in mind?
I can wait for 1 or 2 months.
Okay, so short term is what you want to know. Simi,
yes,
what's your take on PFC for someone who's making a bit of a loss? Is there any cause for him to remain invested even for 1 or 2 months?
No, I would say that this stock is looking weak on technical parameters. Short-term trend is weak, medium-term trend is also down. So I would say that it would be better to exit at any rally if you get. 206 to 210 is the hurdle, and going forward I feel it would be difficult for it to cross 210. In fact, if it happens to break 190, it would show a fresh weakness, so better exit from this stock.
All right, thanks so much, Simi, for giving us that particular viewpoint. By the way, let's pull up a couple of stocks that are moving around in the last few minutes. I think we should pull up Kalyani Steel. We saw frontline ferrous stocks running, and in fact, Kalyani Steel as well has suddenly moved to the high point of the day, so that one should be up for you on the screen. Sarda Energy as well, not very high volumes on that one, but that as well has suddenly spiked up in the last few minutes. So pull up Sarda Energy as well. You'll see that that one's doing quite well. And from the frontline stocks, I think pull up Crompton Greaves. We spotted that stock when we started off the show, telling you that it had a good past 1 hour. Take a look at what's happened in the last 10 minutes. Crompton Greaves, big spike up is what we're seeing. Havells as well has suddenly done a bit of a jig, and Oil India as well has spiked up in the last few minutes. India Cements, by the way, after doing nothing much in the last couple of days, that one as well has moved back towards that 100 odd mark, so that one as well has spiked up in the last few minutes. Slip into a short break. We come back, we'll focus on all these stocks. We'll also answer all your queries. Stay tuned.
CNBC TV 18, celebrating 16 years of business leadership.
Welcome back then. The Nifty is trading mildly in the green while the Sensex is trading in the red. Though there's not much movement on the headline index, a few of these Nifty stocks are moving around. So pull up ACC up for you on the screen. That has suddenly moved to the low point of the day. And the other big boy is HDFC. It's refused to move higher, and that's what's really putting pressure on the Nifty as we speak. So that one as well has taken a bit of a whack in the last few minutes, moving to the low point of the day. But let's get back to answering your queries then. We have Nadeem Khan, who calls us from Aurangabad. He has a stock query. Hi Nadeem, good afternoon. How can we help you? Nadeem जी, आपका सवाल क्या है?
नदीम यार खान बोल रहा हूँ औरंगाबाद से.
Yes sir.
मुझे ऑरोबिंदो फार्मा के 1000 शेयर खरीदना था.
All right. और
तो उसका बाइंग लेवल क्या होना चाहिए?
और नदीम जी, आप लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टर हैं?
नहीं, अभी मुझको ये बाय करना है इसको.
All right, लेकिन लंबे समय के लिए कि ये शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए?
अभी तो फिलहाल शॉर्ट टाइम के लिए.
All right. Okay. Let's get to our experts then. Simi, what's your take? Oro Pharma, what a dream stock. I remember it just maybe around 4 years ago. It was at around 120, 130 rupees odd. When dancing away, there's a corporate action as well. So effectively, that stock is at around 1,600 odd. Is he catching it at the top, or do you believe, in fact, that he can invest even at current levels?
No, I would say that it would be risky to go long at these levels. The stock is looking weak on technical parameters. At least short-term chart is looking weak. I think it should consolidate between 860 and 820 on the downside. Now, major support would be around 780. If he wants to go long, then he has to put his stop loss below 780. But overall, long-term trend is firm. So, if anybody is holding this stock, I would suggest a stop loss for long-term investors below 780 or 750. But for a fresh buy at these levels around 860, 870 range, I feel a bit risky. So I would not suggest a fresh buy at these levels. Wait for dips.
Okay, so that's the advice for you. नदीम जी, आपके लिए अभी हमारे एक्सपर्ट की राय यही है कि फिलहाल ये अच्छा टाइम नहीं है. इनफैक्ट अगर आप देखें औरो फार्मा को, तो 862 रुपए पे वो अपने 52 वीक हाई के भी काफी करीब है, जो 890 के आसपास है. तो ये उनको लगता है कि सही टाइम नहीं है. आपको थोड़ा इंतजार करना चाहिए, और जब इसमें थोड़ी गिरावट हो तभी खरीदना चाहिए. Meanwhile, take a look at the market. It's picking up steam actually. So we're back above 78. 3800 for now, about 22 points on the Sensex. Look at the stocks which are gaining. It's the metal pack. So Vedanta, in fact, is the stock you should look at. It's seen a very, very sharp spike. Hindalco as well. They've gained almost 1% in the last few odd minutes, and it's at the high point of trade. Cairn India, not to be left behind, is another stock that's trading with quite a bit of strength, and add to it the likes of others from the oil and gas space, ONGC, GAIL. So all of these are stocks which are spiking higher at the moment. But let's quickly get back to answering some more queries. We have Urvij Prajapati, who's now on the line with us from Vadodara. Hi, how can we help you?
Hey, hi. Actually, I hold 50 shares of PI Industries at the rate of 632. So I would like to know, should I continue to hold or should I sell it?
And you're a long-term investor?
Yeah, I'm looking for a time horizon of 6 months to 1 year.
Okay, and any particular reason you've chosen PI Industries?
I purchased this because of recommendation from a brokerage house.
Okay, fine. Mayuresh, what's your take on PI Industries? He's looking for a minimum time horizon of about a year. What would be your recommendation? Should he remain invested?
So clearly, Sumer, I think if he's got a 2 to 3 year time horizon, he can probably hold on to the stock. Clearly, I think the company is in a niche product segment in custom synthesis and manufacturing, which contributes almost 60% of its revenues. And the other part probably comes from the agrochemical business, which is a very innovative kind of a business, collaborating with global innovators and coming out with products. So I think clearly, if you look at the business model per se, I think the high margin business is the custom synthesis business. And clearly, if you look at the way things are progressing in terms of top line growth, it's been a very decent performance so far. Clearly, I think the management expects the company to generate significant cash flows with a new plant coming through, dedicated for this segment itself, which will improve operating margins, and with operating efficiencies probably kicking in, the return ratios, which are already at a very high level, the ROC is around 36%, ROE is around 28%. I think those levels can justifiably stand up over the next few years as well. Again, I think with improving cash flow, the debt should probably reduce on the company over the next couple of years, and that would also aid in the return ratios probably getting maintained at these high levels. So clearly, if he's got a 2 to 3 year time horizon, he can definitely hold on to a stock. Alternatively, you can also look at a stock like United Phosphorus, which we're liking at this juncture. We're expecting a 15% top line growth, 20% bottom line growth. There is a huge opportunity in the off-patent generic segment, which might be to the tune of anywhere between $4.5 billion. So clearly, I think with spread across continents, LATAM, North America, Europe, the company is integrated in all aspects. So clearly, I think United Phosphorus on declines is something you can alternatively look at for a target of 5-10 over the next 12 months.
All right, then, that's the viewpoint that's coming in. By the way, before we slip into a short break, pull up a few stocks. Crompton Greaves on fire as we speak. The stock has spiked up, currently sitting with a gain of around 6%. So just pull up that stock, and SAIL as well is another stock that's moved higher. Remember, that stock has really been a big drag. The EBITDA has been a loss. We have operating loss as well coming in. Stock is spiking up. I wonder whether anything can really turn around that company, given the current state of the ferrous industry. But pull up NMDC. It has cash and cash equivalents of close to around 60 rupees per share. The stock is at around 90 rupees. Suddenly that one as well has spiked up in the last few minutes. So watch out for that stock as well. Quite a few of these metal stocks, they've got badly beaten down in the last 1 year. But it appears now, in fact, they are seeing some buying or at least some covering of shorts temporarily for today at least. But let's slip into a short break. Come back. We'll discuss all those stocks. Stay tuned.
CNBC TV 18, celebrating 16 years of business leadership.
Welcome back. You're with your stocks. Let's get back to answering our queries. Our two experts, Mayuresh and Simi, are with us, and our next caller is Sunil Utekar, who's on the line with us from Mumbai. Hi Sunil, बताइए क्या सवाल है आपका?
मैम ये सवाल था कि I have the 2000 shares of Suzlon Energy at the rate of 22. I just want to expectation of how it is long going, means I have to hold 1 year, up to 1 year. So I have to hold this strip for long, 6 months. Nearby I want to 6 months or 1 year. इतना तक होल्ड कर सकता हूँ उसको मैं. और लॉन्ग टर्म का पर्सपेक्टिव एंड शॉर्ट टर्म का पर्सपेक्टिव चाहिए था Suzlon Energy.
Okay, तो पहले आपको long term बताते हैं. Mayuresh, what's your take on Suzlon? Should he remain invested for the next 6 months or 1 year at least?
Well, yes, he should. And again, I think looking at the ways the company has deleveraged by selling off Savio, I think that clearly is playing out very meaningfully on the balance sheet. When you're talking about the sales volume specifically in comparison to the first half of this year, they've actually done around 431 megawatts, which is 20% higher than what they did in the first half of FY15. So clearly, I think what you're talking about is increasing sales volume coming through. You're probably looking at the government initiative of 60 GW over the next few years. So that definitely is a plus with accelerated depreciation benefits coming through, offtake increasing, cost optimization probably taking place within the company itself. You're probably looking at the EBITDA level itself increasing. So the EBITDA itself came at around 250, 216 odd crores compared to a loss of 180 odd crores. The margins significantly improved to the 15-16% mark against the 1.5-2% kind of a mark. So clearly, I think operationally the company is on an uptrend. The numbers are indicating that the company is probably looking at profits over the next few years. So have patience, I think. Hold on to the stock for the next 1 year. I think it would make decent money.
Okay, then let's get in Simi's view as well. Simi, what's your take?
See, technically this stock is trying to hold above 1920 range. That's the support area, and it has to hold above this range to cross 25 for a minimum. On the upside, 25-26 is a hurdle, and once it clears that, then only we can expect some more upside in the stock. As of now, I would say that if he has to hold this stock, then his stop loss should be below 19, and he can continue to hold this stock for some time, because I expect some rally in the stock, and it might taste 26-27 level in short term. Maintain your stop losses below 19 and keep on holding.
All right, on that note, Mayuresh, Simi, we need to thank you. Thanks very much for joining in and advising our viewers this afternoon. And it's a wrap on your stocks, but do stay tuned. Closing bell will take you through the last hour of trade. And as always, remember to keep sending us your stock queries by posting it on Money Control message board.
CNBC TV 18, celebrating 16 years of business leadership.